Again, a lot of sources saying so. The source that, let me look it up again. I wrote an article about it on utesmedia.com. Go ahead and check them out. They're good. Ran by Drew Young. Shout out Drew. But it was saying Swedish reporting outlet footballtransfers.com, which first reported the hiring of Olof Melberg before anyone else. They reported the hiring on the 23rd, and it was officially announced on the 26th. So they were the first to announce the hiring. Said that now Sportbladet writes that Melberg is very close to being fired from the MLS club. So they do have some standing there. But when you look at Tom Bogert, another inside source from the MLS, he says any rumor that St. Louis City has parted ways with head coach Olof Melberg is premature for the moment, but the club's leadership continues to evaluate the team's performance and progress. He posted that on the 19th, just 3 days ago. That was on Monday, I believe. But again, Carnell averaged a point per match. Melberg's averaging less than a point per match. Carnell amassed 47.5 expected goals in his time in that season, right? Melberg's 2025 squad is on pace for 35.6 expected goals on the season, which would be the worst in team history. They're 28th out of 30 MLS teams in FOTMOB rating, according to FOTMOB.com. They're 28th in goals per match. They're 29th in average possession. They're 28th in accurate passes per match. They're 28th in touches in the opposition box. They're 29th in successful tackles per match. And, they have the worst winning percentage in team history, the lowest offensive production in team history, and the longest winless streak in team history. So, looking for the outside in, this would be grounds for a coaching change. The question is, will they pull the trigger? And if they are going to pull the trigger, when? Because I would expect it to be sooner rather than later if they're going to do it today. You would think maybe they announce it in the next couple minutes, like maybe 10 to 20 minutes, and then talk about the interim in the press conference, or they announce it in the press conference and then, go from there. And then that's if they do fire him. I think those are the main two options. But if they come to the press conference and he's just talking about regular stuff and Olof Melberg's on the podium, he's gonna stay. But then it comes down to Colorado, which you drew in the first game of the match, first match of the season. Pardon me. But the way that stands right now is it'll be an important match, and you're not favored in it at all. St. Louis again is not favored. Currently on FOTMOB, they have a 28% chance to win. I'll check SofaScore real quick. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know, because I might be of help in these kind of situations. But the way that I see it right now, it's a little shaky, a little mysterious too, because they haven't said much. SofaScore gives St. Louis City SC a 7% chance of winning. Out of 603 votes, 88% of people say that Colorado will win, 5% say there's going to be a draw, 7% of people say that City SC is going to win. So not great numbers there for St. Louis. The betting odds, 54% chance that Colorado wins, 27% chance City wins. So that'll be in Colorado against the Kroenke team. Referee Chris Penzo gives out an average of 4 yellow cards per game and an average of 0.27 red cards per game. So about a red card every 4 matches he referees. Again, right now, nothing yet. I'll stay on for about 10 more minutes maybe. Chat City Tactics has talked about this a lot. Shout out Chat City Tactics. He's a great guy. He's very smart. Sauls has the best, stats in that sense. But I talked to Chris Gebhardt. We were on the stream. Me and Jeremy and Chris Gebhardt were on the stream on Tuesday. And we talked, and Chris brought up a great point. He said, if Olof comes out there with the best lineup he can, you got to think that he's really trying to win that game. And it doesn't make sense that you're really trying to win this game, then you start Joseph Zielinski in the first Open Cup game. So it's clear that the Open Cup is not of utmost importance to Olof Melberg. So why would he put out his best lineup in that sense and not give the young guys a chance? It would be an extra pressure, right? An extra motivation. That motivation could be his job on the line. So only using 7 of those 9 center back spot or 7 of those 9 bench spots when he could have had 2 more players on the bench, and then starting like something you'd see in the MLS almost, not playing Zonde or Celio, but playing something you'd expect from starting Berkey especially. You could have seen Oliveris or Lund come in an Open Cup game, but no, he starts the best lineup possible for him. But and then that could show an extra motivation for him, potentially being ownership telling him, if you lose this game, there could be consequences, including a firing. But only time will tell with that. But right now, as I see it, I think it's. I mean, I have reported on it's like radio silence right now. They haven't said anything. It's clear fans want him gone. Like, it's extremely clear now after that loss. If it wasn't clear before, it is crystal clear now that fans do not want Olof Melberg as the head coach of St. Louis City SC. So with that, the wording that they put in the post-game match report. I mean, if you talk about the answers that Olof Melberg had to those questions, a lot of them, I posted a couple of his quotes. I'll read them out from my X account. He said, "I'm gonna have to analyze it," referring to the late 2 goals, to see what happened there. So it could just literally be like, "I didn't see what happened," and talk about analyzing it. He says it's just disappointing. He says that their goals, I'll have to look at it. He also said it's a puzzle. We haven't succeeded in the puzzle yet. And talking about the zone defense on the set plays, he said we changed it around a bit. We were not happy at all with the defending set pieces, so we changed things around a little bit, and we looked really, really solid. By the way, they gave up a goal on the set piece, so they were not very, very solid. Melberg talked about the change of pace from scoring a goal, two goals, to giving up 2 goals and losing the game. He said at that moment we had a really good period. We were very close to getting that 3rd goal, but yeah, not happy, obviously. He said, "Yeah, I think so. I'll have to look at it again," talking about if there were positives in the game. So every single answer about the game itself, he was talking about, I'm going to have to look at it again, which compared to his other answers earlier in the season, he said straight up what's happened. So it's a little different there. He's saying, I'm going to go look at it. He's postponing his answer as if he may never answer it again. He may never answer it because he may not be head coach. So that's a little odd for me, but it's speculation at that point. Mark Abel, Sean Smith, they haven't said anything. Diego Gigliani, Lutz, haven't said anything. No news about Lutz either. That's a little harder because you can't just straight up interview him. He'll have an interview on Monday if he's still in that position with KMOX, as he usually does. I think it's around 10:15 or 10 a.m. But you can check that out if you want. Yeah. I mean, right now, nothing. Radio silence, but we're 10 minutes away from the time that Bradley Carnell was fired. So I wouldn't be surprised if they stick to that. So the next 12 minutes, check your X, check your news, check everything, because it could be newsworthy, right? Yeah, and if they don't do it then they could do it before the press conference. They could do it announcing at the press conference. That'll be exciting and interesting to see what happens there. But that's all I got so far. 17-minute stream, a little quick one here, just to tell you guys and try to be as transparent as possible, because I have a little bit more access to some inside sources and some people around the team than regular fans do. So I thought I'd share this with anyone that wanted to know. Again, no confirmed stuff. Like, I don't have anyone from the team telling me he's fired. I haven't gotten responses from any of that stuff. No official comments from anybody in power yet. Carolyn Kindle hasn't said anything really all season. So, yeah. Any other questions or anyone? If not, I'll end this stream and keep posted on my X. I'll post first thing. I'll be one of the first ones to post it if a firing does happen. So make sure to stay posted on that. Thank you guys for tuning in for this quick little stream. Have a good one. Adios. Let's go City.